The 1960s were a decade of bold exploration, not just on Earth, but in the vast reaches of space. Before Star Wars redefined the genre and aliens scared us into space, a handful of ambitious films ventured into the cosmos, armed with nothing but creativity, practical effects, and a deep desire to explore the unknown. These forgotten space adventures, many of which were overshadowed by bigger blockbusters, laid the foundation for modern sci-fi storytelling. From Cold War allegories to surreal, mind-bending alien worlds, these films were ahead of their time, offering visions of the future that still resonate today. While they didn't always find success in their initial release, these films continue to hold a unique charm, showing us the raw, imaginative spirit of a time when space exploration was still a thrilling mystery. Let's uncover 15 of these hidden gems that are still worth watching, even if they never got the recognition they deserved. The Phantom Planet, 1961. The Phantom Planet offers a quirky and unique blend of space adventure and courtroom drama. When astronaut Captain Frank Chapman lands on a miniature planet, he becomes a giant among its tiny alien inhabitants, who put him on trial for invasion. It's an eccentric premise, mixing elements of Gulliver's Travels with classic sci-fi tropes. The film's miniature sets were repurposed from an unfinished Ray Harryhausen project, creating a visually intriguing world. The movie also features a silent alien woman, Sta, who communicates through touch telepathy, adding a mysterious layer to the plot. While critics initially dismissed it, the film's charm lies in its bizarre combination of sci-fi and legal drama, offering a delightful contrast to more serious space films. The movie's miniature spacecraft and alien architecture provide a window into the early days of visual effects, even if the technology was rudimentary. Despite its campy nature, The Phantom Planet is a fascinating artifact of its time, with space opera clichés that have aged into a cult classic for fans of retro sci-fi. Its whimsical approach and strange, imaginative elements make it a standout film from an era when the genre was still exploring its potential. Barbarella, 1968. Roger Vadim Barbarella is one of the most visually striking and eccentric space operas ever made. Starring Jane Fonda as the titular character, Barbarella is a sexy, fearless space adventurer tasked with rescuing the evil scientist Duran Duran, who has created a weapon capable of destroying the universe. The film is famous for its campy, colorful aesthetic and outrageous costumes, blending psychedelic art with science fiction. The sets, designed with Art Nouveau influences, give the film an almost surreal, dreamlike quality, while Fonda's performance as the carefree and uninhibited heroine offers a fascinating look at gender roles in the sci-fi genre. Though it initially failed at the box office, Barbarella has gained a cult following for its unapologetic sexuality and visual style. The film's exploration of female empowerment, as well as its playful tone, laid the groundwork for future feminist interpretations of space adventures. Its impact can still be felt in modern sci-fi, from the aesthetics of The Fifth Element to the incorporation of strong female leads. Barbarella is a whimsical, bold, and undeniably influential entry into the space adventure genre that remains a must-watch for anyone interested in the era's experimental film culture. Journey to the Seventh Planet, 1962. Journey to the Seventh Planet is a unique and ambitious space exploration film that blends sci-fi with psychological horror. When a group of Danish-American astronauts lands on Uranus, they discover that the planet has been transformed into a strange, Earth-like version of Denmark, populated by people from their past. The twist is that a disembodied alien brain controls the astronauts' thoughts, creating a reality based on their desires and fears. This concept predates films like Solaris and Star Trek in its portrayal of mind-bending realities and psychological struggles in space. The film's innovative use of rear projection techniques creates visually stunning alien landscapes, adding to the eerie atmosphere. Despite its low budget, The film explores deep philosophical themes about human desires, isolation, and the nature of reality itself. Journey to the Seventh Planet was ahead of its time in its psychological depth and surreal visuals, making it a fascinating watch for fans of early sci-fi cinema. Its influence can be seen in later works like The Thing, particularly in its exploration of paranoia and isolation. For those looking for a retro sci-fi film with a unique twist, Journey to the Seventh Planet is still worth watching today. Atragon, 1965. Directed by Ishiro Honda, Atragon is a genre-defying space adventure that combines submarine warfare with sci-fi, offering a glimpse into Japan's unique take on futuristic technology. The film features a super submarine, Atragon, with a drill nose capable of flying, diving, and burrowing through the Earth's surface, engaging in battles against the forces of the lost continent of Mu. Honda's direction and the detailed special effects by legendary artist Eiji Tsuburaya helped create a visually captivating film that mixes military hardware with fantasy elements. The movie's set design and miniature work are exceptionally detailed, with intricate control panels and an undersea kingdom of Mu that blends ancient and futuristic architecture. Although the film was a massive hit in Japan, it had limited international distribution. Its creative blending of science fiction with ancient myth and military conflict makes it a unique watch for fans of both genres. Atragon also inspired elements of future anime and manga, leaving a lasting impact on Japan's sci-fi visual language. With its remarkable special effects and imaginative design, Atragon is a captivating film that continues to influence the genre, making it an underrated gem in the world of 1960s space cinema. This Island Earth, 1955. This Island Earth is often regarded as a bridge between 1950s flying saucer films and the more sophisticated space operas that followed. The story centers around a group of scientists who receive mysterious components from an alien civilization and are chosen to help save their war-torn planet, Metal Luna. With its lavish special effects, including the destruction of Metal Luna, and its futuristic design, this Island Earth stands out as one of the most ambitious sci-fi films of its time. The film's portrayal of extraterrestrial life, particularly the advanced, large-headed Metal Luna aliens, set the standard for alien archetypes for decades. Despite its success in the 1950s, the film's legacy was overshadowed by the rise of more groundbreaking space epics. However, its influence remains significant, as it set the stage for future depictions of space exploration and alien contact. The creature design, including the insect-like Zagans, terrified a generation of children and directly influenced later creature designs. The film also gained new life when it was mocked by Mystery Science Theater 3000, helping it find a new audience. This Island Earth is an essential piece of sci-fi history, one that continues to inspire creators today. Battle Beyond the Sun, 1962. A unique artifact of Cold War cinema, Battle Beyond the Sun began as the Soviet film Nebo Zovat, which was then re-edited and repurposed by American producer Roger Corman. Directed by Francis Ford Coppola in his early career, the film was drastically altered to present the story of competing American and Soviet missions to Mars that eventually join forces when disaster strikes. The original message of international cooperation was warped into a Cold War narrative of competition, leading to significant anger from the Soviet filmmakers. The movie's strange alien creatures, which were filmed in a bathtub with food coloring, have become a bizarre hallmark of low-budget monster design. The film exists in 3 different versions: Soviet, American, and international, each with a wildly different tone and narrative. Despite the heavy editing and changes, the space sequences and model work in Battle Beyond the Sun remain impressive, with NASA engineers praising the technical accuracy of the miniatures. Though the film was a commercial failure, its unusual production history and unique visual style make it an intriguing example of Cold War-era sci-fi. Battle Beyond the Sun remains a fascinating watch for fans of cinema history and the early days of space exploration films. The Day Mars Invaded Earth, 1963. The Day Mars Invaded Earth takes the concept of alien invasion and turns it into a chilling psychological thriller. When a Mars probe disturbs the Martian civilization, energy beings from Mars replace a NASA scientist and his family with perfect duplicates. Shot on a shoestring budget at the Greystone Mansion in Beverly Hills, the film uses architectural space to create a sense of unease, rather than relying on special effects. The most shocking sequence, where the human duplicates disintegrate into ash outlines, is an eerie visual that was surprisingly allowed by censors. The film's creeping dread and the slow unraveling of the alien plot give it a unique edge, making it stand out from the more typical alien invasion narratives of the time. Though it initially failed to gain widespread attention, it developed a cult following through TV broadcasts. The film's influence can be seen in later works, with horror director John Carpenter citing it as an influence on Halloween, particularly in its use of tracking shots through suburban settings to build tension. The Day Mars Invaded Earth is a fascinating, low-budget film that effectively blends space invasion with psychological horror. Planet of the Vampires, 1965. Mario Bava's Planet of the Vampires is a standout example of space horror, a genre that would later reach iconic heights with Alien. Two spaceships answer a distress signal from a mysterious planet, only to have their crew members resurrected and turned into hostile entities. The film's eerie, fog-filled alien landscapes were achieved through creative, low-budget methods, including colored lights and smoke machines. The visuals, influenced by Bava's cinematographic background, are haunting and surreal, establishing a unique atmospheric tone. Though it was initially dismissed by critics, the film's influence on the genre is undeniable. Ridley Scott openly acknowledged borrowing elements from Planet of the Vampires when creating Alien, particularly in terms of its isolated setting, hostile alien forces, and the resurrection of dead crew members. The film's gothic horror elements, combined with its sleek spacesuits and minimalist set design, have earned it a place in sci-fi history. With Planet of the Vampires, Bava proved that creativity and resourcefulness can produce some of the most memorable visuals in cinema. Despite its initial commercial failure, the film remains a must-watch for fans of space horror and early Italian sci-fi cinema. Ikarie XB1, 1963. Czechoslovakia's Ikarie XB1 is one of the most influential but often overlooked sci-fi films. Set aboard a spaceship on a 15-year journey to Alpha Centauri, the crew faces psychological strain, mysterious space phenomena, and the discovery of a derelict spacecraft filled with corpses. The film's futuristic design, including flat-screen video communications and exercise machines for zero gravity, was groundbreaking for its time. Ikarie XB1 caught the attention of Stanley Kubrick, who studied it extensively while preparing for 2001, A Space Odyssey. The film's sterile, white spaceship interiors and electronic score were directly influenced by Ikarie XB1, which was one of the first serious attempts to depict space travel as it might actually occur, free from the usual monsters and melodrama. The film's original ending, drastically altered for the American release, changed the entire tone and philosophical message. Despite its heavy editing and the altered ending, Ikarie XB1 remains a pioneering work in the depiction of space exploration and the human condition. Its attention to scientific detail and exploration of the psychological effects of space travel make it a must-watch for fans of thoughtful early sci-fi cinema. First Spaceship on Venus, 1960. First Spaceship on Venus is a rare gem of Cold War-era sci-fi, a Soviet East German co-production that combines ambitious space exploration with a cautionary tale about nuclear war. Based on the novel The Astronauts by Stanisław Lem, the film follows an international crew sent to Venus to investigate a mysterious alien artifact. Upon arrival, they discover the remnants of a highly advanced civilization that destroyed itself through nuclear conflict. A thinly veiled critique of Cold War tensions. What makes this film stand out is its dedication to scientific realism. The filmmakers worked closely with Soviet space scientists to create accurate depictions of spaceship interiors, making it one of the most scientifically ambitious space films of the time. The film's exploration of alien intelligence is also groundbreaking, presenting an alien civilization that is truly alien rather than just humans in disguise. The production design features some striking visual effects, including a magnetic thinking ocean that communicates through impulses, which was achieved through innovative special effects techniques. Though first Spaceship on Venus was butchered for Western audiences with a 20-minute cut and poor dubbing, it remains a crucial piece of cinematic history. The film's philosophical and artistic ambition influenced filmmakers like Stanley Kubrick, who reportedly studied it before making 2001, A Space Odyssey. These 10 forgotten space adventures from the 1960s may not have captured the attention they deserved in their time, but their influence on the genre is undeniable. They paved the way for the epic space operas and mind-bending sci-fi films that followed, offering groundbreaking visuals, imaginative storytelling, and philosophical insights into humanity's place in the universe. Whether exploring the dangers of nuclear war, diving into alien mysteries, or blending adventure with existential questions, these films captured the spirit of a time when space was still a vast, uncharted frontier. So, the next time you think of space cinema, remember these visionary works, hidden treasures that deserve their place in sci-fi history. Don't let them stay forgotten. Their stories are as relevant today as ever.